Hi there, my name is Drew, and if we haven't met before, welcome to ReadyBudgetGo. If this isn't your first time visiting my channel, welcome back. I'm glad you're here either way. It's Tuesday, and so this is my savings challenge day. All of the money that I'm saving in April is going toward the big move. That means I need a lot of money because this move is getting really expensive. I've also got Happy Mail here, and this Happy Mail has some big savers in it that are going to help me meet my goals this month, and I can't wait to show it to you. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go. First thing is going to be the Happy Mail, and I told myself I'm going to do this all in one take, so let's hope I don't completely botch it. I've had two of these for a while. This box has shown up fairly recently, but this one was January and this one was, I think, March. So let me set these two to the side. And I've opened the envelopes, but I haven't taken anything out. So let me do that here. Okay. And I feel terrible saying this, but I don't even remember what I ordered back in January. I know there's dice, but I don't remember what all else. So, okay, so thank you. All of this is from Eva at Budget Your Life, by the way. All three pieces are. Okay. So we'll set the tissue paper aside, very nicely packaged. And is this one where you have to peel it or no? Okay. Okay. Well, those are the Captain America dice that are in the bag, and I think these are the Black Panthers. I apologize for all the crinkling. There we go. So let's open this up first. Just go ape on it. There we go. Yes, okay, so these are the Black Panthers. And instead of Black Panther, I have decided that these are going to be Punisher dice. I think these can go for, a variety of different superheroes, supervillains. I feel so bad that I never saw Black Panther, but knowing what happened to Chadwick Boseman, I think that was his name, Boseman, I was just like, oh my goodness, I don't know if I can. Because of the way that he so tragically died. So I'm going to say these are Punisher dice, and the Punisher is a character that I'm more familiar with. I have seen all of those movies, so that's those. And then these are the Captain America dice, and I am going to go equally ham on this one, I think. Nope, I'm not, because this bubble wrap is stronger than steel. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, so there are the Captain America dice, red, white, and blue. Set these back inside. I should have done the freebies and whatnot first, but I didn't, so let's see what's in here. Thank you so much for your order, Drew. Enjoy, Eva. And then we have a paperclip. We have Be Fearlessly Authentic, a nice sparkly sticker. And a freebie that has 12 spaces for roll and save, and then all of Eva's contact details down here. So awesome. So I'm going to set all of these aside. The paperclip will join all of my other paper clips. There we go. Set the receipt aside. Let's move on to the next one. So this one is the March one. There we go. Make sure I got everything here. I did. Okay. Also packaged nicely. Ooh. Ooh, I like the feel of this. Okay. Hi, Drew. Thanks for your order. Enjoy, Eva. Let's see what's in here. More dice. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's the big old D30. Yep. And I can't remember what this one is called. It's not the cotton candy. It is the ice frosted. Can't remember. Now I just need a challenge to do a D30. Maybe that's what I'll do with that freebie from the previous one. Maybe I'll do the D30 with that. And then cotton candy D5. There we go. I didn't get this one in cotton candy because, well, I thought the blue numbers would be easier to read, but D5 and cotton candy. So, okay, so those two, and then, and a really nice bag, and then the receipt, and then a different card with all of her contact information here. Ooh, feeling lucky. Well, maybe next year I will feel lucky for St. Patrick's Day, although I think we all know what's going to happen when I roll the higher denomination dice. Okay. And then an ice cream cone, or maybe it's froyo. Says, this made me think of you. Oh dear. Well, I'm going to open it, and if it's NSFW, I may cut it out. We'll see. What's under here? Off to cause a kerfuffle. Okay. Yep, that sounds exactly like me. I love this sticker. Okay. And a goose, or is it a duck? I think it's a goose. I think by the beak it's a goose. Oh, that was what made her think of me, was off to cause a kerfuffle. Okay, fair enough. Well, I will find some place to put that where I can see it often. And then last but certainly not least, we have the Big Kahuna. This is the one that just arrived. And I'm going to open this best I can. It's upside down, so it hides the addresses. Here we go. Lift everything out. Set the box to the side. And let's see what we have in here. It is the Adventures in Saving Ancient Mayan Jungle Edition book. And I apologize for the glare. Let me see if that will help. There we go. So I got this Savings Challenge book because, number one, it's a big saver. So $850 plus, and I need to save multiples of that, and I want to make sure that this book lasts. So with what I have to save each week, I would blaze through this in under a month, and I don't want to do that. I want to make it last. So I will probably be using multipliers. In fact, I know I'll be using a multiplier. So let me open this up, and again, I apologize so much for... Oh, let's look at the freebies first. Hi, Drew. Thanks so much for your order. Have fun saving. And then the Budget Your Life contact info. And, okay, a fish. And, or is it a, no, it's a fish. And a pirate, maybe? Stickman pirate. And then another feeling lucky. So I get to feel lucky twice. Okay, so I will have one for next St. Patrick's Day and maybe the one after. Or maybe I'll do it in the fall. Who knows? Okay, so let me open this up, and apologies again for any crinkling. I just want to find the seam. There we go. And I'm just going to rip the Band-Aid off to minimize the crinkling, because being delicate would just make it last longer. Okay, there we go. Ah, so nice. It feels so nice. Okay, Adventures in Saving, Ancient Mayan Jungle. So we have a save $28, $1 at a time. Save $84, 1 through 6. Save $82, and it's a path with save $10 for each icon. Save $50 scratch and save. Save $250 puzzle pieces, $10 per. Save $75 scratch. Save $120, $5 at a time. Roll any die and save, or dice. Save 60, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Save 101, scratch. And then we have the back cover. So I am so excited to get started with this, and I will get started with this tonight. But first, I'm going to do celebration savings. So let me get all of this cleaned up and come back, and we will get started in the celebration savings binder, where we are going to start the month of April. Let's get started with celebration savings. And if you're new to my channel, I use prop money on Tuesdays because I transfer money directly from my checking account into my high yield savings account according to how much I save between my Tuesday video and my Wednesday video each week. So let me open up the binder, and we're opening celebration savings, and we're going to April. So the birthstone for April is a diamond, and Earth Day is the major celebration in April. I still have no idea how I'm going to color these. So first though, let's start with the scratch and save. So let me get out my scratcher. Pay no attention to the off-screen commotion. There we go. And I need a dice tower because I'm so prepared as always. And I'm going to roll a d10 because we have all 9 spaces available right now. And that will tell me which one to scratch. Okay, where's my d10? That's my d10. Number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be the Big Mama, $9. And I have to do 2 because April is a short month for Tuesdays. So let's go again. Number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. $5. Okay, so a total of 14. And I'm going to roll a d6 3 times. Let's roll the Captain Americas, see what they do for us. 10. Okay. Cap isn't cheap. So 5 and 5. And let's roll one of them one more time. Oh, good, another 5. Well, this is going to be a really expensive week. And then for coloring these in, I think I'm just going to use a Sharpie this month rather than dig out the ahoo-hoos. And, well, you know what? I think the whole planet's going to be blue this month. Land, water, all of it. And we'll see if I can stay within the lines. Somehow I kind of doubt it, but this is the most intricate of all the color and saves, I believe. And this color does not want to adhere to the page. You know, I've noticed this about Sharpies in particular, is that some of them will not adhere to certain finishes on paper. Excuse my reach here. We'll get out the dark blue and see if that's any better. Much better. So the teal and the black do not like this finish. The orange does not like glossy finish. The orange just bubbles up and will not stick to the page. But the dark blue is doing just fine. And, well, the ink is doing just fine. The person doing the coloring is doing a terrible job. So I'm just going to do 2 this week. So we have 10, 15, 25, 39. Wowza. So 20, 35, 37, and 39 is going to start out April. So all of this money that's here is from previous months. So I'm just going to stick this right in front. And we will call Celebration Savings good for the week. And then I am going to get out the Batman binder. No, I'm not getting out the Batman binder yet. I'm going to get out the Adventures in Savings book. Let's do that. and let's see how many challenges there are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 different challenges, so I'm going to get that D10 right back out. Number 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we are doing this pathway game, and start is up here. And I don't know, am I supposed to roll or am I just supposed to do the whole thing? I think I'm just supposed to do the whole thing, because otherwise you're going to skip over spots and you either have to come back and do it again after you found the gold. So I'm just going to say that we are going to do them in order. And let me, I'm going to roll a Superman die, because those are over here. This is also from Eva at Budget Your Life, and that is going to set the multiplier for this page. 1, well, it can't be a 1, it has to be 2 or more. Okay, 4. So this page is going to be times 4. So every spot that I land on, I'm going to multiply times 4. So let's see how many spots I'm going to mark off. Whoops. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So all the way through here. So 4 plus 3 plus 5 plus 2. That's 10, 14. 14 times 4 is 56. So 55, 56. That is going to go right in here. Okay, and let's do one more. No, not doing 3 again. Come on. 5. Okay. 4 and 5. Okay, so I need to set a multiplier for this one. Let's roll that Superman die again. 4. Again. So this is going to be times 4. And we're going to save $40 per puzzle piece. And I think I'm just going to do 1. So let's start with red. And I will color this all the way in. Well, I will attempt to, and we'll just see what kind of a result I get. Well, not too bad. Okay. So that one is colored in. Well, it's as colored in as it's going to get, I think. There we go. So I'm going to put $40 in there. So 56 from the previous envelope plus 40 means $96 is going in here. And that's a good amount for a week. I'm going to try to get it to about $100 a week, I think. Because I was doing the 1 through 40 challenge and I was putting $80 in there. So that is a good amount. Let me just get back to the front here. There we go. And if you're new, I keep track of everything that I save here in this book. So my Wednesday video is paint by sticker, and that's $2.50. 39 and 96. Okay. And I need to save, actually, I'm not sure how much I need to save this week. Let's take a look at my budget plan here, because I already messed it up once. Oh, that's March. Where's April? Yeah, so I was supposed to save $560 a week, but I missed the first week somehow. So now I need to save 28 divided by 4, so $700 a week. And that includes the $250 from the Wednesday video. So $250 from $700 is $450 that I need to save in all of tonight's savings challenges and games and whatnot. Okay, so I'm going to get out the Batman binder and then we'll start working through those challenges here in just a sec. First step in the Batman binder is the Colorful Sparkle Scratch and Save Challenge. This is by Eva at Budget Your Life, and I do have challenges not made by Eva, but she just happens to be in the front for all of these. So this beautiful challenge is available on her website, and I am using her blinged out sparkly color dice as well. So I'm going to roll one of these, and then whichever color it corresponds with, I will scratch that off. I put a 5x multiplier on this one, so we'll see what happens. Okay, that is blue, and we've got blue right here, so let's scratch this off. And that is going to be $3 times 5, so 15 will go into this challenge. $10 and $15, and we'll add that to what's in here already. This should be $50, $20, $30, $45, and $50. Yep, so I'll swap that out for a $50 placeholder. Okay, so that goes in, and then the challenge goes in, and that one gets, let's see, how did I mark that last week? Maybe I didn't. Well, okay, 15. And then we also have the happy birthday to you. My birthday was in January, but I am scratching it now. This is also a times 5. This one is from Marlene over at Snow Gardener 307, and this character here is What the Duck. It's an original creation of Marlene and her sister-in-law Shannon at 307 Design Studio. So I'm going to roll a d6. I'll roll a Captain America, number 2, 1 and 2. So let's see what this one says. $7 times 5 is $35. Okay, 20, 35. So far we have 50, 70, 80, 95. So I'm going to swap 2 10s for a 20. Okay, mark down that was 35. 15 plus 35 is 50. So that's what I'll write in there. And then up next we have 2026. This is a challenge that was a freebie in my Etsy shop last year, right before the holidays. And I am marking off 2 of the 2s each week because I already did all the racetracks. So now I'm going in and marking off the 2s just to get more mileage out of the challenge. So there's 1 and there's 2. So I'm going to save $40 this week, as I do every week in this challenge. And let's see how much, whoops. Let me throw the challenge across the room and then let's see how much is in the envelope. So we have 50, 70, 90, 100. Well, that's accurate. I don't know. Oh, I know why. Okay, never mind. Okay, so $100. So let me put this back and we'll take out a hundo. And then up next will be the 7 virtues and 7 sins. So let me get those out. And I've buried those somewhere. So give me just 1 sec. I will find them and then we'll see whether we are a sinner or a saint this week. Found them. Okay, so these are the 7 heavenly virtues and the 7 deadly sins. This is a scratch-off challenge that's available on my website, not my website, my Etsy shop. And right now, most physical items in my Etsy shop are available for 25% off. Savings Challenge books, which includes the celebration savings book that you saw earlier is 50% off, and that is through April 15th. So each card has one side for the virtue, one side for the corresponding sin. I am going to roll a d7, not a d7, a d6, and that will tell us to do number 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now I roll for heads or tails. Even, so we're doing the heavenly virtue. And let's see which one we're going to scratch. Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll do that one. $4. Okay. 2 and 4. I'm going to go one more time. Number 2. 1 and 2. So temperance and gluttony. It's odd, so we're doing the sin. We're going to be gluttons. And number 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pig snout. And the pig snout is also worth $4. So we're going to put a total of 8 into this challenge for the week. So put 2 back and take out 6 more for 8. And I better catch up here. 40 and 8. I want to make sure that I'm absolutely scrupulous in writing down what I'm saving and that the amount that I put into my savings account matches what I've said I'm going to put in there on these videos. That's very important to me. All right. So this challenge has so far 100, 200, and 25, 32, 3, and 4. And this challenge saves 525 altogether, so approaching halfway there. I'm just going to do a little condensing here. Okay. Up next is going to be Totally 80s, which is another scratch and save challenge available on my website for 25% off currently. There are 10 different cards, each with a unique saying from the 80s. So let's get out that D10. Number 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's bounce. Number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is going to be $5, and I think I'm just going to do the 1 this week. I'm going to try to save some of these for later. Now that I have a big challenge, I don't have to do multiples on my smaller challenges. Well, and this is a $500 challenge, but I was burning through a lot of them, and now I can take my time. Okay, so $5 is going to go into the 80s. Let's write that down here. We'll pretend that looked like a 5. Okay. So now, Totally 80s has 100, 200, 20, 30, 5, 41. So we'll swap the 10 and 2 5s for a 20. So almost halfway there. And I did write that down. Okay, destination savings is next. Let's see where we're going this week. We are almost through this cycle of the deck and we'll be able to reshuffle them. We're going to Hong Kong and I'm going to do the most expensive one, which is sightseeing for $7. 5 and 7. This card is going to go into the bottom of the stack. Come on, you. Well, it's just going to have to go above the Bahamas. It'll get shuffled anyway. Okay, so $7 going in to save the plates. Going to write that down here. Might be off screen. Did I say save the plates? I meant destination savings. It's been a long day, folks. Okay, so destination savings has 100, 200, and 50, 75, 77. This is also a $500 challenge, so we're more than halfway on this one. Now we're going to do save the plates. Let me get those out. And let's see where we're headed this week. I'll probably do 2 on these. It depends on the numbers that I get. So Nebraska is up first. And let's roll a d6. So we are going to do number 6, which is a 6. Fill this in here. I wish I had a navy blue, but I don't, so I'm using black. And like I was saying earlier, this finish just does not like the black Sharpie. I don't know why. Other colors work fine. So it's going to be a, well, as it is whenever I color, it's going to be a best effort kind of thing here. Okay, so $6. And we'll visit one more place. I will be going through Nebraska as part of the big move. In fact, I'll be spending the night in Omaha, so. Oh, look how close we are to getting through our first trip through the plates. Okay, Kentucky is next. Roll a d6. Number 3, 1, 2, 3, so another $2. And I'll use the blue for this one. The blue that adheres perfectly. If only my coloring were better. Okay. So another $2, so a total of 8 going in to save the plates this week. We'll stick Kentucky at the bottom. Okay. Get that out of the way. Put the pens back, and let's see what's in the envelope. So far, Save the Plates has 100, 200, 10, 15, 17, and 18. This is a $1,500 challenge, so we've got quite a ways to go yet. All right, Save by Color is up next. And it always wants to grab the cash, or the prop money. So let me set these out. Oops. Purple, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. Okay, move this a bit closer. And then I need the rainbow dice, or the multicolor dice. There they are. So I'm only going to roll them once this week, and I will re-roll if one of them is filled. Okay, dry erase marker. So red is a 1, orange is a 1, yellow is a 1, green is a 4, blue is a 6, nope, got to re-roll the blue, and purple is a 2. Okay. So far, 6, 7, 8, 9, we're not even to double digits. Blue, I'm really hoping for a 5 here. 6, can't use it. Need a 1, 2, 3, or 5. There we go. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we have 9 plus 5, $14. So not much going into this one this week. So 14. Let me clean these up here. Oops, wrong way. I always start with purple. Nope, I was picking them up the right way. Well, that's all right. There we go. Alrighty. So Save by Color needs a whopping $14. So I'm just going to put this 6 back and take out a 20. And so far, this challenge has 500, 600, 700, 800, and 20. It saves a little over 1,000, 1,008. So we're getting there. We are getting there. Okay, Rainbow Dice is up next. This one is similar to Save by Color, but not. And thank you. I'm so glad I took out the dashboard. And guess what, folks? Not only did I take out the dashboard, but I didn't clean these off and reset the envelope after last week. So I'm going to do that, and then I will come right back. It took me a while, but I got them all cleaned off, and now I'm ready to roll for the rainbow dice. So rainbow dice differs from Save by Color in that each card corresponds to a different denomination of die. So we have a purple D3, a blue D4, a green D6, a yellow D8, an orange D10, and a red D12. So let me gather them all up here. Transfer them to my right hand so that I'm not just reaching across the screen. Ooh, okay. So purple, oh, and that D12. Okay, so purple rolled a 2. Blue rolled a 4. Green rolled a 3. Yellow rolled a 4. Orange rolled a 10. And red rolled a 1. Womp womp. So almost every die did its job except for that D12. Alrighty. So let's add them up and save into rainbow dice for the week. So we have 3, 5, 9, 10, 24. So 24 is going to go in. And I did forget to reset the envelope, so I will just pull out what's already in there, and we'll start off with $24 again. Once this one finishes, after 10 rolls, I just start it again. I love this one. I love having the different dice and never knowing what denomination is going to roll, or what die denomination is going to roll high, what's going to roll low. So last time we saved a total of $250. So we'll see if we can repeat that this time. But we're starting off with 24, and I am only going to do them once this week. There we go. These are in the wrong order, but that's okay. We'll know for next time. Okay, so up next is the 12 Days of Christmas. And we are almost done with this one. So let's see what we have left. So we have one on there, and that's it. So I'm going to scratch them both. And this should bring the envelope total up to $500. So let's see what we have here. We have a 9. And a 7. So a total of 16. So let's go into the envelope and see. And 12 Days of Christmas also available for 25% off. Now through April 15th. Okay. So 10. Oh, I didn't condense this. 15 and 16. This should be $500. Let's see. 100, 200, 300, 400, and 50, 70, 80, 90, 5, 500, and 5, 7, 9, 10. So I'm $10 over. I went ham somewhere along the way or grabbed an extra bill. I know that it totals up to 500. I have watched other folks do it, so that one was on me. But I did put 16 in this week, so I'm going to write that down. And what does that leave us with? That leaves us with the 12 face cards. So this will be coming out, and I will replace this with something else. I already have an idea of what I'm going to replace it with. But for now, let's finish up with the 12 face cards, and let me see how much I have left to save, if anything. I'll do at least one scratch, even if I've already hit the target for the week. Okay, so I need 700. So far we have 250, 39, 96, 50, 40, 8, 5, 7, 8, 14, 24, and 16. So we're at 557, so we're quite a bit short. So I still need 143. This would have been perfect if I had actually remembered to, or if I'd lined up the weeks properly, but since they got away from me, let's see. I think before I go into the 12 face cards, I'm going to do another one in this book. So let me scoop all of these out. I'll bring back my standard issue D10. And let's go to number 8. So this is 10. This reminds me of Legends of the Hidden Temple. If you know, you know. 9 and 8. Roll any die and save, or roll any dice and save. So I am going to make this, where's my pen? I'm going to make this the D30. We're going to put that baby to work. And I'm going to underline it for emphasis. Okay, so that die is not going to fit down my dice tower, I don't think, but that is okay. Oh, you know, it might. Let's give it a try. Nope. No. Okay, so I'm going to give it a Drew shake instead. Oh, come on. Now it does not want to cooperate. There we go. We'll give it a Drew shake, and we got a 22. So I'm going to write that in here. And we're going again. I'm going to keep going till I get to at least 100. 12. This die is decisive. Like when you roll it, it just stops. It knows what it wants. It knows where it wants to stop. 12 again. $17. I'm glad I'm getting the high numbers. $16. Actually, I'm going to do one more roll and then I'm going to do a different page, just because I don't want this to fill up too quick. Okay, 4. That was 4. So let's see what we've got. So we've got 4, 20, 37, 37, 49, 61, 83. So 83 so far. 50, 70, 80, 2, 83. Okay, let's do one more page. Number 7. That was 8, so this is 7. And it saved 120, but I need to multiply these times 5. Okay, so each one is going to be $25. So how many do I need? That was 87. I'm going to do 2. So $50 going in here. And that was not 87, that was 80, what was it, 81? 22, 34, 46, 50, 66, 83. It was 83, okay. So 83 and 50 is 133. So 133. That brings me to 690. So I only need 10 more dollars, which means I'm not going to have many to scratch in the oh my goodness, what is the name of this challenge? The 12 face cards. Hi. Some of these are done already. So I'm going to get out a D12, and I may just use that rascally D12 from the rainbow dice. Number 2. There's one scratch left to do on number 2. So I'm just going to keep going until I get to at least $10, and then we'll stop. So this is $5. So Dirty Dora is done. Number 12, that is the King of Clubs, and he is already done. Alexander the Great. Number 1, Jack of Spades is done. Number 9. Okay, Julius Caesar. He's got some left. So let me roll that D3. Number 2. 1 and 2. There we go. $10 there. Okay, so a total of $705 will be going into savings this week. I'm going to put this $15 into the 12 face cards. And 15,705. Alrighty. We'll set these aside. 15 buckaroos, and we'll see what's in this challenge. The challenge to get altogether saves 1,236. So, ooh, okay. So far we have 1,000, 20, 40, 50, 60. So I'm going to keep the 10. We'll put 2 20s and 2 5s back for a 50. So 1,060, so about $160 left to go, 170. And that is going to do it for this week. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed all the savings and the Happy Mail. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up, drop a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget about my sale in my Etsy shop. Link will be down in the description. And until I see you in the next one, take care.